I pulled the wig down over my forehead for what had to be the 12th time that night, and my hands were shaking so badly, I almost knocked the whole styrofoam head off the dresser. And I remember whispering to myself in the mirror, please, please, please just let this one time work. Because if this didn't work, I was going to kill this part of me for good. And I still didn't know that the woman staring back at me in that crooked blonde wig was about to become the most honest version of myself I had ever met. And I want to tell you the whole story today. Every single embarrassing, beautiful, terrifying, liberating second of it. Because if you were sitting there right now in your room at 2 in the morning with a pair of tights in one hand and a terrified look on your face wondering if you're broken, you are not broken. And I'm going to prove it to you in the next 13 minutes by walking you through the exact path I took from total denial to total peace, and the mistakes I made so. You don't have to make them because nobody handed me a manual. I learned this the hard way, and today I'm handing you mine, so stay with me because turning point number 1 is coming right around the corner, and it is going to change how you see yourself forever. It started, like most of these stories start, in a completely ordinary moment that I did not understand at all. I was 15. I was sitting in my older sister's bedroom waiting for her to come home from school. I was bored out of my mind. I picked up a lipstick from her vanity. It was this dark red color called something like Crimson Kiss, and I put it on without thinking, just dragged it across my mouth like a crayon, and I looked at myself in her mirror, and something shifted in my chest, something I did not have vocabulary for. I did not know the word crossdressing. I did not know the word gender expression. I did not know any of it. I only knew that the face looking back at me felt more like me than the face I had been wearing my entire life. And I sat there for maybe 20 minutes just turning my head side to side. And when I heard her keys in the front door, I wiped the lipstick off with the corner of her pillowcase, shoved it back in the drawer, and walked out like nothing happened. And I didn't touch anything again for almost 2 years. But that mirror never left me. That mirror followed me to school. That mirror followed me to sleep. That mirror sat in the back of my brain whispering, what if, what if, what if? And that is turning point number 1. The moment you realize this is not going away, the moment you understand that what you felt was not a phase, it was not a joke, it was not curiosity, it was a real signal from a real part of you. And the worst thing you can do with a real signal is pretend you didn't hear it. So hear it, acknowledge it, and then keep walking with me, because the second turning point is about to hit you, and it is going to be the first time you actually try, and trust me, that first try is going to be hilarious. I tried again at 17, alone in my bedroom on a Tuesday night in October. My parents were at a wedding, the house was empty, and I locked my door, and I pulled out a plastic bag from the bottom of my closet where I had been hiding things for months, a pair of my mom's old stockings, a too small top from a thrift store I had never been brave enough to wear in public, a tube of foundation 3 shades too light that I had bought with allowance money and had hidden inside a math textbook, and I remember standing in front of my full-length mirror with all of it laid out on the bed behind me, and my heart was beating so loud I could hear it in my ears, and I put on the stockings first, and they rolled at the waist and bunched at the ankles, and the top was so tight across my shoulders it looked ridiculous, and I put the foundation on with my fingers in streaks, and I looked in the mirror, and I wanted to cry, because it looked nothing like the woman in my head. And that is turning point number 2. And I need you to understand this because it is the most important thing I will say in this whole video. Your first attempt is supposed to look bad. Your first attempt is supposed to feel awkward. Your first attempt is supposed to make you want to quit. That is not failure. That is data. You just learned 3 things at once. You learned your sizing. You learned your undertone. You learned that you cannot do this alone with a tube of foundation and a prayer. Every single crossdresser you have ever admired online, every single one did a first look that they would be mortified to show you today. So if you just did your first look and you hated it, congratulations, you are exactly on track. Don't quit on yourself in the first 10 minutes of a journey that takes a lifetime to walk. And turning point number 3 is about to show you the moment that almost ended everything for me. I almost quit at 19. I came out to a friend. I thought he was safe. He laughed in my face. He said, "Bro, what is wrong with you?" And the next day, half the basketball team was making jokes behind my back. And I went home, and I threw away everything, the wig, the shoes, the makeup. I put it all in a black garbage bag, and I drove it to a dumpster behind a gas station at midnight, and I told myself I was done. I was going to be normal. I was going to be the guy everyone expected me to be, and for about 6 months, I tried. I dated a girl from my chemistry class. I went to the gym, I wore the right clothes, I said the right things, and I felt like I was dying slowly from the inside out. Every single day, a piece of me got quieter, and that is turning point number 3. The moment you realize that being normal is more painful than being yourself ever was, and I want you to hear this clearly. You do not owe anyone a version of yourself that requires you to disappear. You do not owe your friends, your family, your coworkers, your culture. You do not owe them a lie. You owe yourself the truth. And the truth was that I was a crossdresser. The truth was that this was part of me. And the truth does not care whether the basketball team laughed at it. And turning point number 4 is coming, and it is going to save your life. So keep going, stay with me. The thing that saved my life was a community. I found a forum at 3 in the morning on a night. I was about to do something I am not going to talk about on this video. I found a forum full of people like me, and they were not perverts. They were not weirdos. They were not broken. They were accountants and teachers and engineers and grandmothers and teenagers and military veterans. And they were talking about hips and contouring and wig caps and breast forms and tucking tape. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I was not alone. And that is turning point number 4. Community is not optional. Community is oxygen. You cannot do this in a vacuum because the mirror will lie to you. Your family will lie to you. Your own brain will lie to you at 3 in the morning when you are exhausted and hormonal and scared. But a community will tell you the truth. So find one, find a forum, find a Discord, find a Reddit thread, find a local meetup, find anybody who has been where you are, because the moment you sit in a room with 5 other crossdressers and realize you are not the only human who has ever worn stockings to a Tuesday night support group, something inside you exhales, and that exhale is the beginning of everything. And turning point number 5 is going to teach you the first technical lesson that changed my look forever. So pay attention. Voice. Voice is the great revealer and the great savior. Your face can be flawless, your outfit can be perfect, your wig can be movie quality, but the second you open your mouth and your baritone comes out, the whole illusion shatters, and worse, you will be clocked, you will be unsafe, you will be mocked. So let's talk voice, and I am not going to tell you to speak in some fake falsetto nonsense because nobody talks like that. Real women, real feminine people have a wide range of voices. The goal is not to sound like a cartoon, the goal is to sound relaxed. Breathe from your diaphragm, let your larynx rest a little higher in your throat, slow your pace down, lift your pitch only by maybe 30 to 50 hertz from where you usually sit, soften the hard consonants, round your vowels a little. The word hello becomes more like hello with a smile in it, and most importantly, record yourself, listen back, adjust, repeat. Do this for 10 minutes a day for 6 months, and you will not recognize your own voice. I practice in my car, I practice in the shower, I practice when I walk my dog, and turning point number 5 is this. Mastering your voice is not vanity. Mastering your voice is safety. Mastering your voice is freedom, because when your voice matches your look, you stop flinching when strangers look at you, and turning point number 6 is going to give you the second biggest technical unlock in this whole journey. Makeup, and I am going to be very specific because I made every mistake in the book and I do not want you to make them. Lesson 1, color correction. If you have a beard shadow like I did, you need an orange or red color corrector underneath your foundation. Peach for light skin, orange for medium, red for darker. This single product will save you years of frustration. Lesson 2, foundation. Do not use the wrong shade. Do not use the wrong undertone. Go to a beauty counter, get matched, spend the money. Your foundation is the single most important purchase you will make. Lesson 3, contour. Less is more. You're not painting a mask. You are reshaping the geometry of light on your face. Soften the jawline. Lift the cheekbones. Narrow the nose if it is wide. Blend, blend, blend. There should be no lines. Lesson 4, eyes, mascara, and a soft eyeliner on the upper lid only will open your face up more than any dramatic look. Lesson 5, lips. Line them first. Fill them in with a slightly darker tone, blot, and then add a lighter gloss in the center. That is the entire secret to the plump lip you see in every feminine face you admire online. And I know I am moving fast, but pause this video, screenshot this section, take notes, because makeup is a skill. Makeup is a craft, and crafts are learned with repetition. And turning point number 7 is going to teach you the third biggest unlock, which is body shape. And this is where most crossdressers waste the most money. Body shape, listen carefully. The right clothes will do 90% of the work. The wrong clothes will erase 90% of your hard work. And that is the truth. The truth is that you are probably not shaped like an hourglass, and that is okay because most women aren't either. What you need is a small set of tools. First, a good bra with silicone breast forms. Do not stuff your bra with socks. Please, I am begging you, do not stuff your bra with socks. You will look like a high school Halloween costume, and you will feel like one, a proper formal move with your body. It will weigh something, it will feel real. Second, hip pads. You can buy padded underwear that gives you 2 to 3 extra inches of hip, or you can wear a belt with attached padding. Either works. Third, waist training is optional, and I do not recommend it for daily wear because it restricts your breathing and your organs. But a well-fitted corset worn occasionally under a dress can create a stunning silhouette. Fourth, padding for the shoulders. If your shoulders are broad, look for structured jackets with shoulder pads built in. Avoid spaghetti straps and halter tops until you have built your confidence. Fifth, and this is the secret no one tells you, posture. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chest slightly, tilt your pelvis just a little under. This single change in how you hold your body will do more for your femininity than any product on the market. And turning point number 8 is coming, and it is going to deal with the hardest part, which is not your face and not your body. It is the people you love. Family. And I want to be very gentle here because I know some of you are watching this with your heart in your throat. You have not told your mother, you have not told your father, you have not told your sister, you have not told your spouse, and you are terrified that the moment you tell them, you will lose them. And I want to tell you something honest, some of you will lose them. And that is the most painful sentence I have ever said on camera. But it is also true, some families cannot hold this truth. Some families will reject you, some parents will choose their fear over your reality, and if that happens, it is not your fault. It is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of their limitations, and you will survive it. I lost my father for 4 years. He did not speak to me. He did not come to my apartment. He did not answer my calls, and it was the loneliest stretch of my life. And then one Christmas he called, and he said, "I do not understand it, but I miss you." And that was enough. That was the beginning of everything. And I want you to know that most families do come around, but it takes time, it takes patience. It takes them seeing that you are still you, that you are still their child, that nothing about this changes who you are at the dinner table. And my advice is this: do not come out in anger. Do not come out in the middle of a fight. Do not come out as a confession. Come out as an invitation. Say, "I want to share something with you because I trust you." Say, "I am still me." Say, "I still love you." Say, "I need you to know me, the real me, the whole me." And if they cannot meet you there, give them time, give them books, give them videos like this one, give them the chance to learn. And turning point number 9 is the moment I am most proud of in this whole story, and it is coming up right after this. My first real public outing, and I am going to tell you every detail because I want you to feel it with me. I had been practicing for almost a year. I had a full look ready, wig, makeup, outfit, shoes, breast forms, hip pads, the whole thing. I was going to a small cafe about 20 minutes from my house, a place where nobody knew me, and I drove there and I sat in the car in the parking lot for 45 minutes. I am not exaggerating, 45 minutes, my hands on the steering wheel, my heart pounding, my brain screaming every reason to go home. And then I thought about every crossdresser I had ever admired online. Every single one of them had a moment like this. Every single one of them sat in a parking lot and wanted to drive away, and I opened the door and I walked in, and the barista said, "What can I get for you, honey?" And I said, "Vanilla latte, please," in my practice voice, in my real voice. And she smiled at me, and nobody stared, nobody pointed, nobody laughed. And I sat down at a table in the corner and I cried into my latte. I actually cried because for the first time in my life, the outside world matched the inside world. And that is turning point number 9. The first time you are seen as yourself in public is the first time you understand what freedom actually feels like. And turning point number 10 is going to teach you how to handle the moments when it does not go that smoothly. Because it does not always go smoothly. I have been misgendered in public. I have been followed in a mall. I have been laughed at in a grocery store. I've had a man yell at me from a truck window. And I want to give you the 4 rules I live by. Rule 1. Your safety is more important than your pride. If you feel unsafe, leave. No outfit is worth a confrontation. No stranger is worth your peace. Rule 2. Do not engage. Do not yell back. Do not explain yourself. The moment you engage, you give them power. Just walk. Just keep walking. Just get to your car. Just get home. Rule 3. Document. If you are harassed, if you are followed, if you are threatened, take out your phone, record, audio record at minimum, license plates, descriptions, timestamps. This protects you legally and emotionally. Rule 4. Breathe. The moment you get home, take off the look, take a shower, sit down, breathe. Do not let one bad stranger erase the beauty of what you are doing. You are not doing this for them. You are doing this for you, and one person in a truck is not the whole world. The whole world is the barista who smiled. The whole world is the woman who held the door for you. The whole world is the kid who waved at you in the park. Focus on them. And turning point number 11 is going to deal with something almost nobody talks about, which is the wardrobe evolution. Wardrobe evolution. And this is more emotional than you think. When you start, you buy what you think you are supposed to buy. You buy red lipstick and leopard print and stilettos and tight dresses, because that is what you think femininity looks like from the outside. But as you grow, and you will grow, your taste matures, your eye develops, you start to learn what actually looks good on your body, what colors flatter your undertone, what cuts flatter your shape, what silhouettes make you feel like you. And you slowly let go of the costume and start building a real wardrobe. You start buying quality basics, well-fitted jeans, a great pair of black trousers, a cashmere sweater, simple jewelry, a classic handbag, and you stop performing femininity and start living it. And this is the part that is hard to explain because it is so personal, but the moment I bought my first well-fitted bra, my first pair of jeans that actually fit my hips, my first pair of shoes I could walk in all day without pain, I felt something different. I felt ownership. I was not dressing up anymore. I was dressing like myself. And that is turning point number 11. The moment the costume becomes a closet becomes a life. And turning point number 12 is the final one. And it is the most important one. And it is what I want you to carry with you forever. The final turning point is not a moment of triumph. It is a moment of peace. It is the moment you stop asking, "Am I allowed to do this?" And you start simply doing it. It is the moment you stop waiting for permission from your mother, from your father, from your partner, from your culture, from God, from the mirror, from yourself, and you just live. You live your full life. Half the days as the man the world expects. Half the days as the woman you actually are, or some other split, or some other version. Whatever your version is, you live it without apology, and I am not saying it is easy. I am saying it is worth it, because the cost of hiding is your entire self, and the cost of living is just a few uncomfortable conversations, a few sideways looks, a few people who will never understand. And you know what? That is a bargain. That is the best bargain in the world. You give up a few people's approval. You get back your whole life. And I have been living that life for years now, and I have never been more myself than I am right now sitting here telling you this story. And if you're sitting in your room right now with that pair of tights in your hand and that terrified look on your face, I want you to listen to me. You are not broken, you are not sick, you are not alone, you are not too old, you are not too masculine, you are not too feminine, you are not too anything, you are exactly enough. And the version of you that is waiting on the other side of that fear is the version of you that you have been looking for your whole life. And I promise you, she is worth every step. So here is what I want you to do. I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe, because I make content like this every single week for people just like you. I want you to drop a comment below telling me what part of this hit you the hardest, because I read every comment. I respond to every comment. I am in this with you. And if this video helped you, share it with one person who needs it, one friend, one sister, one stranger in a forum, because you never know whose life you are about to change. And until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your closet, take care of your voice, take care of your courage, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.